So day 5 notes, no, day 5 more. So I'm going to give you guys the answers. So this first one, and I'm going to move pretty quickly. So I'm going to give the formula, and then I'm going to show the substitution, and then I'm going to give you the answer. I'm going to rely on you to be able to enter that into your calculator correctly. Number 2, find the length of the edge of a cube. Okay, so the edge of a cube, length times width times height. So we've got to say 5x times itself 3 times. So that's 125x to the 3rd power, or x cubed. A right circular cylinder, okay, has a base area of 12 pi. So the base area is 12 pi. The height is 6. So formula for, and they want it in terms of pi. So pi r squared h. The key is with this one is they gave you that pi r squared. Gave you that the base of that is 12 pi. So what I underlined in red, you're going to put 12 pi in there times the height. So that becomes 72 pi in terms of pi. Number 4, we've got a cardboard box, length, width, height, and x is 8. What is the number of cubic centimeters in the volume of the box? Length times width times height. And you've got to sub in that 8. So 8 minus 2 is 6, 8 plus 1 is 9, and 2 times 8 is 16. So the values you're going to use are 6 times 9 times 16, which is going to give you 864. Number 5, another rectangular prism. So they're saying how much water would fit into this if it was filled to the top. So 16 times 24 times 18, and 6,912. Okay, some of these do have units. I may just skip past them for the sake of time on the video. All right, next page. The volume of a rectangular solid. Okay, so again, we're still using length times width times height, but they're telling us that the volume is 80, the length is 2, we've got a 4, and we're looking for the h. So 80 equals 8h, then to solve for h, we would divide by 8, and we end up with the height to be 10. Which one is not considered area? And the one that's not considered area is B. Number 8. Which of the following containers would hold the most water? So we've got 4 containers here. Okay, a cylinder, pi r squared h. So we have pi times 5 squared, because that's our radius, times 6. I'm going to use the pi key. So the pi key on the calculator is going to give you that. So in the end, after we do all 4 of these, we're going to find out which one contains the most. So I'm not concerned with my rounding right now. This one, again, we have another cylinder. So pi 3 squared times 10, which is going to give you 282.743. Rectangular prism, so that's our length times width times height, which is 10 times 7.5 times 6, which is 450. And then a cube, that's just another rectangular prism. We just end up multiplying 7.75 times itself 3 times, so I'm just going to say that's cubed, and that's 465.484. And the one with the most is the 471. So that is the container in A would have the most volume. All right, go ahead and flip the page. So we have a cylinder here. The key with this one is we've got to pay attention to the units. We've got meters and centimeters. pi r squared h. And let's see, the volume of the cylinder is 5. What is the volume of the cylinder? It is 5 meters long and 40 wide. Okay, centimeters, meters. This is 500 centimeters. Convert everything to centimeters. So we have to find the exact answer, so that means don't use the pi key. So pi times 20 squared times the height, and 200,000 pi. Okay, that seems enormous, but we're talking centimeters. Okay, centimeters cubed. Perfectly round balloon, so that's a sphere. And to the nearest whole number, so we're going to round in the end. We're going to use the pi key, and the radius is 9. Going to your calculator, you're going to end up with that is your final answer. A water pipe is a cylinder. So my radius is 5, my height is 7. Pi times 5 squared times 7. And they want this to the nearest 1,000, so use the pi key. And that's centimeters cubed. The volume of a sphere. So 4/3, and they want an exact answer, so don't use the pi key. Okay, you got to make sure you're using the radius, and you end up with 288 pi inches cubed. We're talking about a cone, so we're changing formulas to what we've been using. Okay, the cone is at 1/3 pi r squared h, and 1/3, and they want us to the nearest 10th. So we're going to use the pi key. So 23.6 is the volume of that ice cream cone. Then we're talking about the scoops of ice cream. So we're going to assume that those are perfect spheres. Nearest 10. $179.6. Now that's just one scoop of ice cream. Okay. Down below, we're going to have to talk about, it says, how much ice cream does he have total to eat? So we've got to think about what he has in the cone of ice cream, plus he's got 2 scoops, right? 2 of those spheres, and we end up with, to the nearest 10th, 382.8. Right? The decimal in between there. We're going to bypass number 14, because I think there's a typo in that one. Over to 15, cylinder. So pi 4 squared times 9, and nearest 1,000. Oops, 452.389. 16 is a baseball, so that's a sphere. And exact, so don't use the pi key, leave it in terms of pi. Okay, now they gave us that the diameter, okay, was 45, so the radius is 22.5. So we end up with 15,187.5 pi centimeters. Okay, we're skipping 17 and 18. 19. Okay, 19 we have cylinder base, a cone base, and a sphere base. Which should I purchase? And I believe they want the one with, let's see, did they want the one with the most? I can't remember what it says. Fresh power, sharpen, forget. I'm just kind of scanning this. Want to purchase the one that will hold the most water. So the cylinder, okay, that's going to be 1,000 pi. I'm just going to leave everything in terms of pi here. The cone is going to be 960 pi, and the sphere is going to be 972 pi. Obviously, you're going to need to work those out. Okay. So which one has the most volume? That's going to be our cylinder. That's the one you're going to want to purchase, the one with the most volume. How much more water does the largest vase hold than the smallest vase? As an exact answer, so exact means leave it in terms of pi. So the largest minus the smallest. How much more? 40 pi more. We're going to skip part C, 20, exact volume of cylinder. So by now, those of you that have done all of these, you can see the repetition that's happening. You shouldn't have a problem with any question that I can ask on the test. Exact, leave it in terms of pi. We're in the home stretch here. Number 21. So we've got a cone. And nearest hundredth. So use the pi key. 1,361.36. Volume of a sphere. Okay, the diameter is 22, so my radius is 11. And nearest whole number, so you're going to round. Okay, use the pi key and round. And this one you've got to compare two soda cans. One is a cone. And I don't know, I've never seen a cone soda can. Well, I guess it's kind of sitting up semi. And then the other one is a cylinder. Which one will hold the most soda? 1/3 pi r squared times 9. And we end up with exact, so 48 pi for this for the cone, and then for the cylinder, 252 pi. Okay, comparing 48 pi to 252 pi. This one is bigger. That's the one you're going to want to buy. And then it says how much more soda. Okay, exact answer. So how much more? Again, you've got to subtract the big one minus the small one. In terms of pi, 204 pi more.